May I see your license, please?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problem. Hang on just 1 second. Will this work for you? I can't seem to find my license, but...
You have a good day, sir.
Young people, freedom is not free. Someone always has to pay the price. The price is high, but Americans have always been willing to pay it when necessary. My advice to you is to keep yourself prepared, because it may be your turn the next time freedom is threatened.
You have any weapons on you?
Do you have a warrant?
You have any weapons on you?
No, sir.
Alright.
Do you have any warrants?
No. But they're...
You arresting me?
No. For my safety, I am going to pat you down for weapons.
No, sir. Not unless I'm breaking a law. Okay, what are you going to do? Search me to get it?
No.
Okay, then get the back in your car and leave me alone. Try to search me.
I didn't try to search
you. Yeah, you did. You said turn. You got anything on you? It's all on camera. Don't try that.
Yeah, I want to make sure you don't have a weapon. Is that a problem?
It doesn't matter. If I had a weapon on my side right now, I could. I could have that weapon on my side. Don't you?
Let's calm down.
Don't you? You just touched me. You just hit me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Go back to your car, sir.
No, sir. I will stand right here. I have the right to leave. I have the right to stay.
Everybody just calm down, all right?
Don't try to do this to me tonight.
Don't follow me. Back up.
I can go wherever I want. You walk away. You walk away. You escalated this situation.
I didn't escalate nothing.
Yes, you did. You tried to search me. Yeah, you're going to leave. The shame. The walk of shame.
It ain't the walk of shame. It's the walk of I'm tired of listening to your mouth.
What's going on, everybody? And today's video comes from The Watchman, and it was filmed in Westfork, Arkansas. On December 11th, 2024, The Watchman was conducting a First Amendment audit in the parking lot of the Westfork Police Department, when one of their police officers was watching security camera footage of outside of the building. He knew who the Watchman was and immediately went to confront him. And you might be asking yourself why. The reason is very simple. Without any reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime or probable cause, the police officer ran the Watchman through NCIC, the National Criminal Investigation Center, a national database that's maintained by the FBI. And it has all the background information of anyone that's ever been entered into it. The problem here is you have to have reasonable articulable suspicion or probable cause to access it and to enter someone's name into it. And to access it without cause is a big deal. A couple years ago, I covered a case out of Muncie, Indiana, where the Federal Bureau of Investigation was accessing and seizing all of the police department's hard drives because they were illegally accessing people's information for their own personal use. And this cop did very much the same thing. He searched the database for the sole purpose of seeing if the Watchman had a current and up-to-date license to carry a firearm. Once he saw that his license was temporarily revoked, he went out and initiated contact. However, he never saw a weapon on this guy. He just used that as a pretext for an illegal stop. Let's jump into the video. After reviewing security footage, this officer laid in wait behind the police department building. He then exited from the right side of the building and approached the front door to start writing some information down on his business card. This is the beginning of what will soon come to be the worst career decision this police officer has ever made.
What's your point? Do what? Right now you're obstructing my government operations, so just be quiet. I'm doing my job, and just be quiet, man.
Now he's accusing him of obstructing governmental operations. But we all know there is no obstruction. Even the police officer knows. He's just using this as grounds for his illegal pretextual stop. Chapter 54 of the Arkansas State Statute, obstructing governmental operations, says you're only obstructing if you obstruct, impair, or hinder any governmental function. That's clearly not happening.
Freedom of speech.
talk all I want. You don't understand that? You don't understand the Constitution of the United States of America.
That I did. Okay. All right. Okay.
Great, Honda Civic, March 25, Marco.
Good deal, bud.
Willow Lane, pit, let's be good.
Now the officer's going to get into his cruiser, take the information that he's already acquired from NCIC, and run it through his CAD system. But that's not going to scare the watchman. He's not going to let up. He's only going to press harder.
Is broke down. So you going through the parking lot earlier without your lights on, trying to creep up to me, and then shining your lights right in my face, and then telling me that I needed to turn off my headlights because you shined your headlights right in my face for what, sir?
And my, how the plot thickens. This deranged and disturbed cop had a prior encounter with the watchman. He didn't like how the watchman failed to respect his perceived and fake authority. So because this officer simply didn't like someone, he illegally accessed a national database, ran someone's name through it, with the intent to then force an encounter with the citizen, which ultimately would end with an illegal search, and one of the most savage ownings I've ever seen.
For what? To ask me to leave? Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you just pulled over and asked me to leave, you could have just rolled down your window and said, hey, but you had to put your lights right. You didn't even have to get out of your car, man.
Is that why you're mad?
No, I'm not mad. I'm absolutely not mad. There's nothing to be mad about. What's mad is when you threaten me with obstruction when all I'm doing is sitting in my truck watching you. So obstruction is watching you. Obstruction is watching you. Oh, I can't jaw jack.
Speaking of jaw jack, how's this for size? This was the placard on my dressing room door when I was invited onto Dr. Phil. I know a lot of you guys were waiting for an update. Here it is. After we completely dismantled and debunked security guard Trey's version of the encounters that he had with Long Island audits, they were forced to cut the entirety of that from the episode, which only left myself, Dr. Phil, and the other police officer there as the only viable footage that they could use. But the biggest mistake Dr. Phil made was thinking that I was an easy target and that I was uneducated, because the only footage that was left was me dismantling every bootlicking point he was trying to rebut with. Eventually, the decision was made to scrub the entire episode. An inside source tells me that mine was one of only 2 that have never made it to air. Approximately $100,000 goes into the taping of these episodes. Inviting the audience, providing them makeup and hair, catering their meals as they sit through multiple filmings of different episodes, the cost to fly everyone out, the cost to put them up in hotels, the cost for multitudes of research and development, all thrown out the window and flushed down the proverbial toilet. Because against myself and this wonderful 1A community, Dr. Phil just couldn't come out on top. Since they've decided to scrub the episode, I've reached out to every member of their production team, travel coordinators, researchers. All 9 phone numbers and emails I had, I reached out to. Not one of them have even got back to me. Sorry it didn't work out for you, Dr. Phil. He also told the police officer on the show, the security guard Trey, and the entirety of the audience that no one should be worried because he was there to expose our community. And maybe I get big views, but in his words, and I quote, he gets much bigger views. Realistically, Dr. Phil doesn't really get any views. In fact, my channel dwarfs him. Although he has 329,000 subscribers, his performance is 13,000 views, 5.9 thousand views, 3,000 views, 21,000 views, 6.4 thousand views, 3.3 thousand views, and 4.1 thousand views. So Dr. Phil's maybe bringing in 80,000 views in the past 2 weeks. On a bad day, I'm bringing in nearly 400,000 views every 48 hours. Sorry it didn't work out for you, Dr. Phil. But you're not the first tyrant with an overinflated ego that thought he was gonna get the better of me. But I told you that that's the reason I stopped you today.
As you say. So what's the First Amendment? What's the First Amendment? It doesn't matter. I can still jawjack all you want while you're doing official business, right? As you put it, jawjack. Let's jawjack. Not freedom of speech. You want to call it something else. You want my tag numbers? Is that what you're looking for? Yeah, I figured you already ran me immediately. For what? For what crime? Yeah, but I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. The Constitution says that I have freedoms, but you guys get to take them away because...
That is an issue played by the state of Arkansas. It's owned by the state of Arkansas. It's not your play.
Okay.
It's issued by you, so we can run it anytime we want to.
There you go. There's your guys' example of what they think. You should be able to just do whatever the fuck they want and run whoever they want because they can. Can't stop and search and seize me for anything, but you can run my tag for anything you want. Yeah, but the Supreme Court says you can't stop and seize me. Yeah, I know. Oh, I know you haven't. Oh, I know. We would both know if you did. We would both know. I would love for you to see you try to seize. Yeah. You throw out that obstruction a lot.
No, it was an assumption.
What?
It was an assumption.
You went to assumption and threatened me with a charge on my record, on my life, because you wanted me to do a certain thing for you.
I didn't say I'm going to arrest you for obstruction. I didn't say nothing.
No, you threatened me with obstruction. You absolutely threatened me with obstruction, didn't you? Yes, you did. You said you're obstructing me right now. I never obstructed you in any way, shape, or form. Did I ever obstruct you? I can yell all I want. Freedom of speech. You can't hyphen freedom of speech. Well, I don't care. Raise your voice. I don't care. Good day. You threatened me with obstruction. You tried to get something out of me by saying I was doing a crime. That's what you just did, which is a tyrant. Absolutely. If you use crime against somebody when they're not committing a crime, that's a tyrant. You're using your badge, your lawful powers for unconstitutionally things.
Negative. This piece of the PD will be negative. Thank you.
That's what you did, right? You tried to use a crime against me.
That's how you perceive it, sir.
No, sir, that's not. You perceive it then. Explain yourself to me. Why did you tell me I was obstructing?
Well, when somebody follows me here, I'm assuming they're coming here to dick with me. So I figured that's what you was going to do. You was going to come dick with me. And I'm doing a lawful duty. So I was like...
I didn't dick with you until you threatened me with obstruction while I was sitting in my truck.
That's what I'm I said, it was an assumption on my part that that's what you was going to do.
So
you wouldn't have any reason to follow me here.
I followed you here because I have the rights to. Oh, you called backup? Cool. For what?
Well, I'll explain it to you.
Do I have a warrant?
Do you have any weapons on you?
Do I have a warrant?
Do you have any weapons on you?
No, sir. Do I have any warrants?
No. But
For what?
Well, I'll explain that to you.
Do I have a
You have-
warrant?
You have any weapons on you?
Do I have a warrant?
You have any weapons on you?
No, sir.
Alright.
Do I have any warrants?
No. But they're
You arresting me?
No. For my safety, I am going to pat you down for weapons.
No, sir. Not unless
Yeah.
I'm breaking a law.
Now, what this officer's doing is called a Terry stop, which is basically a stop and frisk. But to conduct a Terry stop, an officer has to have reasonable suspicion that a person has committed, is committing, or is about to commit a crime, or that the person is armed and is a threat to officers. Now, this guy has no weapon, especially none visible. If, as basic public knowledge, this officer knew that the watchman's handgun license was temporarily suspended, and he saw the watchman open or concealed carrying, then he could, by law, initiate a Terry stop. But he can't see that he's carrying a firearm, and he came by way of that information totally illegally, by committing a federal crime and illegally accessing a national database. This case is going to win the watchman a lot of money in court.
You are breaking the law.
What am I breaking the law?
I need your concealed handgun. Your concealed handgun
No,
permit?
it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Let me go to my truck and get all the documentation.
It's
that
been
can prove
restricted
this.
by the Arkansas.
Okay. All right.
Just hand it over.
You do what you want to do right now. Go for
Hand
it.
over.
Do what you want to
Hand it
do.
over.
Hi, I'm Ben Mann.
Steve Ridenauer.
Steve what?
Ridenauer.
Nice to meet you, sir. I'm glad you're here because he's trying to say that I have a suspended carry license, correct? Correct?
West Fork County. Can you advise again
It's
if
coming up
Mr.
as
Mann's
kind of harsh, and I'm not.
concealed weapon
He's in my pocket.
license is suspended or
I
not?
have nothing on me, okay?
Listen, Mr.
I'm a
Mann.
First Amendment auditor.
Listen,
I
Mr.
do
Mann.
this for a living. I film and record people.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Listen. West Fork County. Did you call me my last traffic?
Westfork 6, I copy, stand by.
This is going on YouTube tomorrow. Just do what you're going to
Okay.
do.
I don't mind if it goes on YouTube.
Okay, I'm just telling you. I am upfront about everything. I was arrested in Barnley and on false charges of harassment and obstruction, as you already threatened me tonight with obstruction. So
No,
I was already falsely
I didn't threaten you. I assumed.
arrested in 3 different counties for this. I've been proven innocent in all 3 counties, okay, by the court system. I am still fighting with Barling to get I have to send in the court documents that just happened to the state to get my card I can go and show you the information where they just gave me back
Hello?
my gun a few days ago.
Hey.
Sorry, it's
Okay,
patience.
so whatever
just got
he's about to
past
do
radio.
is
What we're
about to
doing right
violate my rights. 'Cause he's
All
about to
right.
search
Benjamin Mann.
He is about to search me.
They told me that a concealed hand carry license had been suspended.
You're an eyewitness of this.
And I just need you verified over the radio.
Constable in court as him. Okay?
Okay.
And now I'm
Okay.
going to shut up. I'm going to plead the 5th.
Yeah,
and
verified
let you
over the
do
radio,
whatever you
please.
need to do.
Okay. I'm just here to back him up.
All right,
I'll get a little tail end of it.
I was
Listen,
forward
Mr.
with
Mann.
the whole conversation.
Listen.
Plead the 5th. I had nothing else to say.
Did you hear that? Did you hear him confirm it? I just need it. Just hand it over. That's all you
I
gotta do.
already sent it to the state, man.
Well, then you'll get
a
it
long
back,
time
man.
ago. I don't
But right
have
now-
it. I don't have it. What are you going to do? Search me to get it?
No.
Okay, then get the back in your car and leave me alone. Get out and try to search me.
I didn't try to search
Yeah, you did. You said turn. You got anything on you? It's all on camera.
Yeah.
Don't try that.
Yeah, I want to make sure you don't have a weapon. Is that a problem?
It doesn't matter. If
Yeah,
I had a
it's officer
weapon on my
safety.
side right
It's
now, I
officer
could.
safety.
I could have that weapon on my side.
Don't you start.
you.
Let's calm down.
Don't you.
Go back
You
to your
just
car.
touched me.
Yeah,
You just hit me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Go back to your car, sir.
No, sir. I will stand right here. I have the right to leave. I have the right to stay.
Everybody just calm down, all right?
Now, some of you at home might be thinking that the other officer is a good cop. He's trying to de-escalate the situation. He's not a good cop. Later on in the video, Besides asking everyone to calm down, he's going to do virtually nothing to stop this encounter from progressing. The only reason he's involving himself whatsoever in being cordial is because he knows his partner is way off base. And he knows a lawsuit would be an easy victory against his department, and he wants to stay as far away as he can from being named defendant.
Don't try to do this to me tonight.
Don't follow me. Back up.
I can go wherever I want. You walk away. You walk away. You escalated this situation.
I didn't escalate nothing.
Yes, you did. You tried to search me for a freaking car.
I didn't try to search your tire.
Yeah, you did. You come around me, and I said, do I have a warning?
It's called a pat down.
That's the same thing as a search.
No, it's not.
Yes,
totally
it is.
Different.
No,
totally
it's not.
Different.
There is no safety for officers.
Let's just let it
pat
go, man.
down.
Let's
It's search and seize. It's search and seize.
No,
it's search and seize, period.
Do your homework.
No, it's not. You don't have the right to pat me down because you don't like me. You don't have the right to pat me down because you don't like me.
Let's just go, man. Let's go. Hey,
Please go back to your vehicle.
Everybody calm down. Let's just
Did you just see what he tried to do? He threatened me with obstruction first, and then he tried to take my card from me and try to cause a problem.
Because they're telling me it's seized.
Okay.
I gotta seize it.
I already sent it off to. They've already got all the paperwork.
Okay.
They've got the appeal.
And I said okay.
And they've got all the court paperwork.
And I said okay.
All right, guys. Let's just quit arguing out here. Let's just go, man.
So please.
Don't try to search and seize people.
Okay.
Because you don't like them.
Okay. Are you done?
You have tried to threaten obstruction on me to begin with.
I'll see you later on, huh?
And then, yeah, you're going to leave. The shame, the walk of shame.
It ain't the walk of shame. It's the walk of I'm tired of listening to your mouth.
You tried to do a whole bunch of shit you had no authority to do.
And that's it for this cop. Roasted, toasted, and served on a platter by one highly educated citizen that was not going to be treaded on. So go check out The Watchman. He has a lot of content that you guys are going to love. Let him know Accountability for All sent you. His original channel link and video link are in the description of this one. And if you ever find yourself toe-to-toe with a dirty cop, make sure you grab one of these. Oh, never mind. That's useless. Grab one of these instead. They're a career killer every time. And that's the reason I stopped you today.